What part of the Bible should you and can you depend on? Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a deep skeptic, also a pastor. I'm a full-time digital pastor. This is what I do right here. And people ask this question when they realize that some of what they were taught about the Bible is just wrong. That some of the verses in the Bible were just straight up added along the way. And so then the whole Bible itself comes into question. Often it comes into question because of the way people talked about the Bible in their earlier life. Because often people talk about the Bible in very literalistic, very concrete terms, saying, if the Bible says it, I believe it. And it's just a biblical worldview. That's what you need. But when people say that, I want to just say, have you read the Bible? Right? Like a biblical worldview, what does that even mean? Are you going to talk about your worldview as exactly how much you should beat slaves because that's in there? Should it be about how your king should have hundreds and hundreds of wives and hundreds of mistresses? That's in there too. What about talking donkeys? Is that something that we should all expect in our future? That's also in there. There is no such thing as a biblical worldview, and there's definitely not this idea that if the Bible says it, I believe it. That's not helpful, because that literalistic take on the Bible, that idea that you should treat the Bible like an IKEA instruction manual, that's what leads to people asking this question. Well, what part of the Bible can I rely on? Because if you're looking for that kind of level of accuracy and intention and directness, you won't find it. For a lot of reasons. The Bible was written over thousands of years to cultures that don't really exist anymore, in places that on the earth that are right now have less than 1% of the world's population living there. On top of that, it was written over the course of that time. That means that lots of different cultures over thousands of years contributed to this. And so the Bible doesn't have one voice. It doesn't speak. It doesn't give one opinion or one insight on any issue that it addresses. You find multiple opinions and insights throughout it. So if you're looking for a life's instruction manual, like the pastor said when I was growing up, Bible's not it. However, that doesn't mean that the Bible is not dependable, that you can't rely on it. Because the Bible isn't an instruction book, it's a sacred text. And sacred texts are books that are focused on helping you understand who God is and helping you connect with God. That's the goal of these sacred texts. And if you're looking for that, the Bible's got that in spades. You'll find stories of people throughout, over those millennia that the Bible was written, who had lives that were messy and complicated just like yours. You will find people who made horrible mistakes and did horrible things, and yet somehow they were still part of God's family. And you'll discover that really there's no one as messed up as Abraham. Right? That your family is nowhere near as dysfunctional as the families in the Bible. And that's a good thing, because it helps you understand that those kind of things, that's not what the spiritual life is about. It's not about having things perfect. It's about, connecting with the divine. It's about grounding yourself. And when you do bad things, or when bad things are done to you, being able to return to a center, return to this divine presence. That's why our mantra is take the Bible seriously, not literally. Look at it, understand it, read it deeply, or just read it for inspiration and have it inspire you to be the best version of yourself. But whatever you do, don't take it literally. It's the literal stuff that messes it up. And if that's what you're doing, then which part of the Bible can you rely on? Well, all of it.